Yo, my wonderful people, make una hear this Ubunga news. Where they come from, OHANAEZE NDIGBO. Call them OHANAEZE Ndori, OHANAEZE Ndefulefu, or you can call them OHANAEZE NDIGBO. Any name where you choose for them, my dear brother, my dear sister, go fit in how well because now they are not making any sense anytime, any day, other than working for the, what will I call it, for the Sokoto Caliphate and the Kabas in Asoroko. Make una hear this news now. Appointments of service chiefs meaningless without Nnamdi Kanu's freedom, according to OHANAEZE NDIGBO. Well, why I always call them OHANAEZE NDIGBO and Ndori simply because they always speak from the two sides of their mouth. Today they will come and condemn Nnamdi Kanu. Tomorrow they will speak for Nnamdi Kanu. If they get money, they will condemn him. If the money stop flowing, they will start to speak in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, and that is why they are just like chameleon. They never stand one place, and that is why I always give them that name. So all of you, we always fight against me. If I speak against Simon Ekpa, make on a fight against me now when I speak against OHANAEZE NDIGBO. But this one now, and I will come out to my comment section now and applaud me and say, oh, I have done well, simply because I speak against another people. My brothers, my dear sisters. You see mocking. I don't have respect for anybody. Yes, if you enter my mockery news, I will mock you very, very well. Oh. You like it, he take himself. I will still stand there where I stand. That is my own. So make gonna do this one. Make gonna do this one. They step down this Wednesday morning. Please, as you are watching, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let us go straight to the reason why we are here. The Apex Igbo Social Cultural Group, OHANAEZE NDIGBO, has asserted that the appointment of the new service chief by President Bola Tinubu might be meaningless without the freedom of the leader of the people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerians report that as the call for Kanu's release intensifies, the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Group has again called on the federal government to release the IPOB leader ASAP. The submission was made by the president of the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Group, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, at the inauguration of the Women and Youth Wing of the group on Sunday in Abuja. According to him, Kanu's release was central to peace in the southeast region, noting that not even the appointment of 100 service chiefs from the region by President Bola Tinubu would bring peace and security to the southeast. Wanyawu, who was represented by the Secretary of Igbo Elders Consultative Forum, Prof. Charles Nwake Adu, submitted that if you ask me, my advice to Mr. President is that what the Southeast needs is security. Even if you appoint 100 service chiefs without the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, you will not have the peace you are looking for. His release is central and fundamental to the peace mechanism of Igbo land. Without releasing Kanu Nnamdi, there's not much the service chiefs can do because of the leadership vacuum created over time. People believe much in Nnamdi Kanu. We are pleading with the federal government to obey the court judgment. A 10-man panel unanimously of the Court of Appeal unanimously discharged and acquitted Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. So we are asking that this very government should obey the order. The moment Nnamdi Kanu is released, there will be peace in Igbo land, and the Igbo will have that sense of belonging because Nnamdi Kanu is freedom fighter. He hasn't committed any criminal offense as alleged by the past administration. This one is coming from OHANAEZE NDIGBO, OHANAEZE NDIGBO. Service chiefs, Tinubu has shown he understands the challenges facing Nigeria. This one is coming from the Northern Group. Let us see how. The Northern Youth Groups for the Nord Hope has commended President Tinubu Bola over the appointment of new service chiefs. The group stated that Tinubu's decision has shown that he understands the challenges facing the country. Speaking via a statement issued by its President James Sebastian Dambaki and made available to Nigerian News on Monday, the group insisted that the president's choice of service chief shows that his administration has won the battle against insurgents and banditry by 50%. He said the latest hallmark of the administration is the appointment of service chiefs to ensure the security of lives and property and to defend and enforce Nigeria's sovereignty. I never see how this one contributed to the insecurity in our land. How are they going to curb the insecurity? Is it the appointment of service chiefs or for them to beef up the soldiers at the forefront or at the war front? As that very particular area where insurgency is being ravaging our country. But rather, you appoint all these ones now, they will first of all, any money that's been made available for their weapons and ammunition, they will siphon it. Anything, any allowances that is meant for the soldiers, they will siphon it, whereby leaving the soldiers empty-handed, fighting with empty stomach, and at the end, they will not go and kill themselves. They will allow the insecurity to continue. By selecting fine and well-decorated officers from all regions of the country to man our security outfits, Mr. President has demonstrated his deep understanding of the country, its people, as well as showing his unflinching commitment to one nation bound in love and unity, where tribe, tongue, and religion do not matter. The appointment of new service chiefs shows that the president has won the battle against insurgents mandatory by 50%. Fighting the kind of battles we are fighting requires, first and foremost, the support of the people. Have he won the support of the people? The answer is no, is zero. Speaking further, the group also praised Tinubu for the recently introduced education loan scheme, maintaining that he has provided a lot of Nigerian students an avenue to pursue their academic goals, regardless of their social or economic background. The youth also appealed to the president not to allow other appointments to be made by him to be lopsided, while it also urged him to consider youth and women in his administration. We are not talking about party affiliations here. We are concerned about how to have a new Nigeria where people in their respective offices will assist the president to give optimum performance to the nation. We also want to sincerely appreciate the former governor of Bauchi State, Barrister M.A. Abubakar, SAN, Northeast, and Reverend Dr. Yakubu Pam, North Central, and Dr. Yakubu Sirajo, Northwest, and others for their respective contributions to nation buildings. As a call to the president, the group made case for the appointment of the chairman and the chief executive officer of the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Brigadier General retired Buba Mawa, noting that he has been the central theme of exemplary leadership, they added. In the other hand, this one, Oreje now, Wahala everywhere. Abaribe versus Tamboa, ex-governor, APC senators mobilized against PDP over Senate minority leadership. An immediate past governor and some all Progressive Congress APC senators have reportedly mobilized against the People's Democratic Party PDP to produce the Senate minority leader in the 10th National Assembly. Nigerian News report that APC has 59 senators, PDP 36, Labour Party 8, New Nigerian People's Party 2, Social Democratic Party 2, All Progressive Grand Alliance 1, and Young People's Party 1. I beg, where is Showore Party? Not even a single local government chairman he didn't produce. Yet, he will have the mind and the guts and the temerity to be challenging P2B. All we believe it. It was gathered that the ruling party is plotting to ensure that one of the smaller parties produces the Senate minority leader ahead of the resumption of a plenary. This day report that the immediate past governor of one of the South states, who is also a member of the PDP, has mobilized forces to stop his party from producing the Senate minority leader. An investigation by the newspaper revealed that the former governor is determined to influence the choices of minority leadership in both Senate and the House of Representatives, and that is Nyesom Wike. The former governor, who is believed to be working with the suspended agents of President Bola Tinubu's government, held a marathon meeting with the president of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, in the Senate President's office in Abuja over the matter last week. It was said the PDP chieftain wants his loyalists in one of the minority parties to emerge as the Senate minority leader, while his loyalist in the PDP emerges as the House minority leader. This day report that former Senate minority leader Nnamdi Kanu has been penciled down as the Senate minority leader with PDP's overwhelming majority, strategizing to produce a candidate for the position. Sources in the Senate who were privy to the meeting told this day that the meeting explored ways of blocking the chances of PDP in the minority leadership positions in the Senate and the House of Representatives. It was learned that the PDP has zoned in on the immediate past governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, as the Senate minority leader, while the former governor is working against the move. It was learned that Tambuwal, who was the Speaker of the House of Representatives in the 7th National Assembly, was considered the best choice to give Tinubu's government a robust opposition. A senator in the Senate caucus of the PDP spoke with the newspaper on condition of anonymity that bringing Tambuwal on board will create a vibrant opposition to the new administration. But the former governor of a South state, after the marathon meeting with Akpabio, left the Senate wing of the National Assembly at about 6:30 p.m. on Thursday in the convoy of Akpabio and the Deputy Senate President, Deputy Senate President of the Senate, Senator Jibril Barau. Also in convoy were Senators Salihu Mustafa, APC, Kwara Central, Jibril Barau, Jibril Issa, APC, Kogi East, as well as the recently appointed Senior Special Assistant, National Assembly Matters Senate to President Tinubu, Senator Abdullahi Abubakar Gumel. A source at the meeting told this day that the plan of the former governor with the leadership of the Senate was to have a minority leader not chosen by PDP but by his own loyalists within the party. He said the former governor from the South and suspected agents of Tinubu's administration have zeroed in on a former minority leader of the Senate, Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu left his position as the minority leader of the 9th Senate when he defected from the PDP to APGA. He, however, returned to the 10th Senate on the platform of APGA to want to become the minority leader as well. The four principal positions for senators elected on the platform of the majority political parties are minority leader, deputy minority leader, minority whip, and the deputy minority whip. And then we chief whip as well. Voila. David Ibiyomi will visit our God in 14 days if white garment prophet speaks doom over pastor. Hey. Trouble, they sleep, Nyanga go wake up. Now you go look for trouble. David Ibiyomi, yeah, here say they talk anyhow. Now you go look for trouble. Okay, make you do what? Make you he will fetch anti-fessed firewood, invited Lizard for a meeting. A white garment prophet had issued a warning to the founder of the Salvation Ministries, Pastor David Ibiyomi, over his allegations against the white garment churches and his prophets. The call that Pastor Ibiyomi had in a video that went viral on Sunday on social media explained why he doesn't like white garment churches. Nigeria report that Pastor Ibiyomi in the viral video said, "Do you know why I hate white garment churches? People don't know why I hate them. If you know what they do, you will never like them. They can take your surname and put it inside a bottle of gin and make incantations. That's how they do it. All these yeye prophets, they will take the name of somebody and put it inside a local gin and read all those demonic psalms in it," Ibiyomi added. However, reacting to Ibiyomi's allegations, a man who identified himself as a bona fide celestial prophet during a recent sermon alleged that the Salvation Minister's founder made a terrible mistake and they expect him to tender an apology to the effect. He added that failure to do this will lead to Ibiyomi visiting their God anytime soon. While I know they finish, let us see how this one will end. And we want that apology in public, not we went he will call you people and they say, oh, I apologize. No, he made a comment in the public on the pulpit. So let him also apologize in the pulpit. Let us see who is who. Since on a God, where on the worship is different from the God of David Ibiyomi. Nonsense. The cleric said, I am saying that I want to speak to Mr. or Pastor David Ibiyomi. I am a bona fide celestial prophet. But what he said to we the celestials, he really made a terrible mistake. And as a man of God, we are expecting him within that 14 days that the Supreme Evangelist speak against him to apologize. If he did not, this is not a word of threat. He will visit our God. David Ibiyomi, the what did I call it? The battle line have been drawn between you and the celestial people. May gonna hear this one. The files of our ex-governors under probe. Our ex-governors under EFCC's radar for investigation. All those files and flash drives are missing after the DSS allegedly raided EFCC office. Nigeria can never be good and can never work. Imagine the DSS now is working for our ex-governors and presidents who have bent this country, who have made us where we are today. Instead of them working for the security of life and property in Nigeria, they are working against the Nigerian people. We're going to hear this news. Files, flash drives of ex-governors under probe missing after DSS allegedly raided EFCC office. Files and flash drives containing information about former Nigerian governors under probe are reportedly missing after an alleged secret raid of the headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) by its sister agency, the Department of State Service (DSS). Nigerians recall that DSS had allegedly secretly raided the EFCC office on Friday night, June 16, and it went on till morning of Saturday. What kind of raid is that, and what are they looking for? After the raid, EFCC personnel were also instructed not to mention anything concerning the raid to members of the public. According to the Sahara Reporters, the recent raid on EFCC offices, first in Ikoyi, Lagos, and later in Abuja, have been more political than they were made to look. Yes, since this government come, that is what they have been doing. When somebody talk now, say they talk too much, you criticize the government, they don't do anything. First, they occupy the office of EFCC in Ikoyi, Lagos. What did the president say? He said he have told them not to, but that is far from what the public can see. In that particular day that they blocked that place, said nobody should go inside, they were inside that place, raiding the place, searching for the documents and files of our ex-governors under probe. Now it has happened again in EFCC office in Abuja. The president, the security personnel, all the security chiefs and the rest of them, no one is saying anything. Everybody is calm. Wahala no dey finish. It was also gathered that the DSS was working in the interest of someone very important to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Apparently, the DSS had warned the EFCC to stay away from the political cases it is handling. Are you hearing me? Now, DSS now is the one now want to handle the issues of money laundering in our country rather than the security they have been inaugurated to do. Nigeria will last everybody must collect update. In security source told Sahara Reporters on Tuesday that the DSS operatives scattered away files and flash drives containing sensitive information about former governors, ministers, and senators under investigation during the alleged raid. Sources revealed that the raids were political with the cutting away of files and flash drives related to the probe of former governors, senators, and ministers. The source said the DSS has told EFCC to concentrate on non-political cases for now. I don't know the finish. Senate leadership conflict continues. G5 stand firm against Tambuwal to become the minority leader. The battle against the former governor of Sokoto State, Tambuwal, becoming the minority leader in the 10th National Assembly is on the rise. Nigerian news had earlier reported that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, and the G5 governors are battling over Tambuwal's projected emergence in the Senate. While Atiku and PDP support Tambuwal to become the minority leader in the Senate, the G5 governors are against his emergence. A PDP chieftain from the southwest region who spoke with a Punch under the condition of anonymity stated that the G5 group would not support Tambuwal. They cited Tambuwal's decision to back out of the race for the PDP presidential ticket to support Atiku as a betrayer, of course. That is exactly what happened. Now it is the time, it is payback time. Tambuwal Aminu, payback time is here. That's why Wike is working everything humanly possible to make sure that they betray you and they are rubbing it on your face. They want you to know that what you did on the eve of the primary election, not even eve, on the day of the primary election of PDP, now it is time to pay you back. And I hope you will not feel bad about it. The source warned there is no way the G5 leaders will support Tambuwal. He betrayed other PDP presidential aspirants instead of saying in the race for the PDP presidential ticket, backed out to support Atiku. They will never support him on this. I hope the PDP will back out of this mission of pushing Tambuwal as Senate minority leader. If they insist he is the one they want, he will lose. He will lose in total self. He will collect voto. Very, very voto. Several lawmakers in favor of G5 echoed these sentiments, stating that the PDP should reconsider promoting Tambuwal for the Senate minority leader role. They have to consider. Denial from the G5 candidate. In a surprising twist, Senator Jarigbe denied any knowledge of being nominated for the minority leadership role. He dismissed the rumors as unfounded and insisted that neither he nor ex-governor Wike had discussed this plan or anything about it. When asked about Wike's recent visit to National Assembly, which many believe was to discuss the leadership issue, Jarigbe reaffirmed that he had no information about the meeting or about this. He said, yes, I heard he was at the National Assembly last Thursday, but we didn't even talk about it. Ohigbe reveals those responsible for Atiku's loss in 2023 election. Nobody is behind it. You people supposed to stop flagging all this flagmantious news on the line. Atiku is the reason why he lost the election. He's too greedy and too self-centered. Former Edo South Senator Matthew Urugibe has accused the suspended national chairman of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Iyorchia Ayu, and the G5 governors of being responsible for the loss of the party in the 2023 presidential election. How did Ayu contributed to it? Ayu was being, Atiku was told, step Ayu down, let somebody from the south take over so that you can win the election. He refused. Now it have happened. Speaking on Monday during an appearance on Channel Television Politics Today, Ohigbe said the infighting between Ayu and the G5 governors led to the defeat of the party's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 polls. Ohigbe, who recently joined the PDP, said the sudden exit of the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi from the party was also responsible for the Atiku's defeat. The former senator believed the outcome of the 2023 February 25th presidential election could have been different and his presidential candidate could have won if the PDP had presented a united front. He said the election was there for Atiku to win, so much that even the APC acknowledged it. Former President Muhammadu Buhari also admitted that it was the division in the PDP that caused our loss. That was also what Adam Sosomole was referring to when he appeared on your platform. It is a sound school of thought. Obi should have been allowed to remain in PDP. If that had happened, we could have replicated what happened in 2019. That is because the vote that he got, whether by popularity or whatsoever happened to him in the PDP that made him leave, would have helped to bring in more votes. Let me also say this. Even though the governor G5 were overbearing by their actions, insisting that the national chairman of the party step down, of course, we know the reason. They felt bad maybe because they were not made the party's presidential candidate. But at least we could have avoided any rancor that was going to arise from the decision to pick another person. The only thing that should have been done by the chairman was to say, if it will take me stepping aside for the party to win, why not? I don't know what persuaded Senator Iyorchia Ayu to stay, but knowing him and who he is a gentleman. If I were Ayu, I would have stepped down. What was important to the party was to win the election. Everything will fall into place. That was equally what happened in my state, Edo, where the PDP came third. Labour Party knocks a papa over alleged fraudulent judgment against Atan Achinonu. The Labour Party has knocked a factional leader of the party, Nnamdi Kanu, for allegedly securing a fraudulent judgment against the party's governorship candidate in Imo State, Senator Atan Achonu. And that report that the party in a statement said Apapa and his faction are known for procuring what he describes as backdoor judgments. The party's National Publicity Secretary Obiora Ifo in the statement noted that Apapa and his faction are up to mischief again by propagating falsehood, misinformation, and series of black elves. According to him, the judgment against Achinono cannot stand the test of time. The statement reads, the leadership of the Labour Party read with utter dismay the judgment entered against our candidate in the November governorship election in Imo State, distinguished Senator Atan Achinono. We can confirm that the judgment was fraudulently procured by our former but now suspended members led by Nnamdi Kanu, and we have directed our legal team to appeal the judgment with immediate effect. This is not the first time we will be seeing such a backdoor judgment. Not too long ago, we intimidated Nigerians, particularly our teaming party members, of the activities of the Apapa-led renegades. How they have been moving around Nigeria shopping for a willing court that will do their biddings. The judgment in Bayelsa is akin to what transpired in Kano State recently, where they procured a judgment against our party and against our Abia State then governor-elect. They have not relented on their evil mission. Hence, this judgment in Bayelsa State, even against the territorial jurisdiction as required by the law of the land. How can you go to Bayelsa and leave Imo State, go to Bayelsa to secure a judgment for somebody who is contesting for election in Imo State? While we have appeal court in Imo, we have Supreme and we have High Court. Hey, now these people say politics is really a dirty game. So, I'm going to pay. The fraudulently procured judgment. Okay, the fraudulent procured judgment is against the doctrine of fair hearing as provided by the 1999 Constitution, as the party candidate was not subjected to the suit and therefore not aware of the ongoing litigation. All they did was that the Papa cronies came together, divided themselves, some posing as defendants and the others as petitioners. Niger can never be well again. They sued and appeared for and against themselves and procured the backdoor judgment. So my question is, which court judged this matter? If the person that they are judging against does not appear before the court, who judged the matter? Which judge and which court? And what right do they have to conclude a matter that even the defendant is not there? Only the petitioners are the ones, they appear as defendant and also appear as petitioners. And the court will also complete their judgment without not making their findings. Nonsense. They sued and appeared for and against themselves and procured the backdoor judgment unknown to the candidate. The judgment will obviously not stand. It cannot stand the fire in the court of appeal, and it cannot stand against the principles of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The last but not the least, the location of Imo Election Tribunal to Nasarawa, commendable. Group. Shout. Igbo leaders under the umbrella of Imo Political Stakeholders Forum have lauded the decision of the President Court of Appeal and the Imo Election Petition Tribunal judges to relocate each sitting from Owerri to Nasarawa State. Why? The National and State Assembly Election Petitions Tribunal, sitting in the old High Court premises, Owerri, Imo State capital, at the weekend relocated to the High Court complex opposite shopping malls Mararaba in Nasarawa State. The Publicity Secretary of the Nigerian Bar Association, Owerri branch, Daniel Odiba, who disclosed this in a statement, said, "This is to notify all lawyers litigants, and general public that the National and State Assembly Election Petition Tribunal